Hello everyone, I'm Force McFreelava, and this is Speedplay Conclave number 3. We left off with Asturias basically being occupied just throughout. We are allied to Middle Francia, which has called us into a war against the Umayyads, and we're just trying to marry off our now very massive dynasty into the ruling families of basically every Christian monarchy in order to just get non-aggression pacts or alliances with as many people as we can to secure our diplomatic situation. The whole lot of marriages and whatnot. Sadly, in a little while, you're going to notice that the video sort of becomes more of a slideshow. That's my fault. It happened while recording. Luckily, not all that much very visually interesting happens. Our very young 35-year-old count dies and is replaced by his 14-year-old son. And we go ahead and quickly just get more relatives, and we have an heir, so we don't even need to get a new one or focus so crazily on creating new heirs. We go ahead and reshuffle our cabinet a little bit, and we really just have to wait until we're 16 so that if worst comes to worst we can declare an independence war just to avoid losing any territories. Luckily, one of the wars ends, the war that the Middle Francians have called us into, and we're just going to have to wait while everywhere gets occupied. You'll notice now that it is becoming a little bit of a slideshow, so sorry about that inconvenience. I'll have it fixed by next episode. We are just waiting for our birthday. We finally do become 16. We look a bit different than our forefathers, and we just really focus on the marriage game, try to start a faction. However, unfortunately, we can't do anything. We do get granted a title by our liege, so we are now a duke, no longer a count. So we are moving up in the world. And we have successfully married into both our king's court. Aquitaine is now independent, and he is the king of Aquitaine is matrilineally married to our sister, so they will become our dynasty. Unfortunately, it's elective. We do try to marry into Germany, as that is now a new thing. And we do manage to marry into them and get an alliance, which is good news. And anyway, so we managed to pull that off. We're married into the Germans and the Aquitaines with an Aquitaine heir of our dynasty. However, they won't inherit. Those are the main changes. We also realized we could probably declare a holy war on the Umayyads and bring in various allies. It's slightly weaker than if Middle Francia was our ally alone. And I believe the Germans... Okay, yes, so we can declare, but only the Germans and Aquitaines will join. I attempt to get a marriage alliance with the Byzantines, and we do marry into their ruling dynasty. However, we don't get an alliance. Same thing happens with the Lombards. And you may notice Svipjod is now Catholic. We do the same thing. We marry into Svipjod, but we only get a non-aggression pact and not an alliance. So I spend a while considering whether or not we should declare war on the Umayyads. I decided against a holy war, as that could bring in various other Muslims, and they have one of the largest armies in the world. So we would want to either wait till the Byzantines ally us, or Svipjod, or Lombardy. Sadly, Germany breaks into a civil war upon succession, and we lose our alliance. And you see Germany is just terribly fractured. Luckily, we managed to get the alliance back at the very last moment. And once again, I will fix all of these video issues by the next one. Sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you very much for watching. We are working the alliance game, though. Things will go better.